You might have seen recent reports of a respiratory illness cluster on a cruise ship, with multiple severe cases and fatalities being investigated as hantavirus related event. Now, most people hear the phrase not easily transmitted from person to person and immediately relax. But in public health, that phrase can be misleading, because low transmission does not automatically mean low risk. In medicine and lab science, we don't assess risks by spread alone. We look at three things together: severity, outcomes, and detection speed. So even if a virus does not spread efficiently between people, it can still be clinically significant if the outcomes are severe or if we are dealing with a high consequence pathogen group. That is where hantavirus becomes interesting. Now the environment completely changes the equation. When you move from a normal community setting into a closed environment like a cruise ship, close contact, shared air systems, and repeated surface exposure. This is what we call a high-density exposure environment. And even pathogens that are usually inefficient from person-to-person spread can behave differently under those conditions. When samples are sent to the lab, the first step is not speculation, it's detection. We use molecular testing such as PCR to identify viral genetic material. But early detection is not always straightforward. In early infection, viral levels might be so low, we have to also rely on clinical patterns. That can include changes in blood markers like platelet counts and white blood cell responses that suggest systemic infection. The lab is not just identifying a virus, it's building a pattern from multiple signals. The key point here is timing. Public health does not wait for maximum spread before acting. It acts early on early warning patterns, especially in closed environments where containment is still possible. So when you hear caution from health authorities, it's not panic, it's prevention. So when you hear low transmission, remember that is only one part of the equation. In lab science, risk is never just about how fast something spreads, it's about what happens when it does, and whether we can stop it early enough to matter. This is the Lab Files.